Hello people, welcome to Ice Pan TV, episode number 5, very important. It's all about the workings of the machine, what components are inside the machine, and most of all, about the defrost. Defrost button on the machine is so important that without that, you will never be able to make a perfect ice cream. So here we go, remember that, get your gloves on. And give the pan a little bit of a clean. We've done that prior to this. Bit of anti-bac, bit of tissue paper, bit of cleaning roll, and we're on our way. Gloves are on. You know about these. Get a bit of a traction. So we clean up. Get rid of some humidity behind. And what I need to tell you people is the temperature of the pan is irrelevant. I get a lot of questions. What temperature is the pan? What temperature is the pan? It doesn't really matter what temperature is the pan. It matters on how well you can use the defrost button. Now the defrost button on the machine works by sending up hot air and defrosting the, well, I'm going to have to take you to the other machine to show you how it works. So here we are at another machine, and as you can see, it's all ice air. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the defrost button and you can see what happens. Very careful. I've hit the defrost now. And you will see automatically it start to defrost. Can you see that? And it's going to go right to the end. So that's the actual hot air going up, and which I'll show you right now in the machine how it works. And that's beginning to defrost the pan. As soon as I let go, it'll stop the defrost process and it'll start freezing again. From the center you'll see it, it'll start freezing again. Give it a few seconds to kick in. 1 second, 2, 3, and there we go. I can see it starting to freeze up in the center. And that's how we use it. So now there's a bit of a control system. You must control it. The temperature on the pan and the defrost button is used in such a way that you begin to control the temperature on the pan using the defrost. You don't use no fancy buttons or fancy temperature controls. Easiest and simplest way to control the temperature on the pan is using defrost. I usually tell people not to hit it for a long period of time. Tapping it is the best idea. So you just give it, as you're freezing it, and you just tap it. Tap it, tap it. That way you're going to control the temperature on the pan a lot more than if you keep the button pressed for a long time. So let's go back to the pan and try making an ice cream using the defrost button, and we'll try making one without using the defrost button. So for today's example, I'm using some flake and standard bubblegum base, and my defrost button is on a pedal. If you want to come along here and show the inside working of the machine, I'll have a look. I've unscrewed the panels here, so you can get inside the machine. First of all, we have this unit here. This is the condenser unit, and what it does, it sends the hot air through the not air, it is a R form or for gas. It sends it through these pipes and cools it down and sends it back towards the compressor. The compressor is here. Now I must be very careful. I'm going to let out some very important information here. The best compressor to use for the machine is a Toshiba. Panasonic is very common. It's alright for beginner level, but the Toshiba compressor is the best compressor that you can use for these machines. They're all usually imported from China, so when you ask for a request for a Toshiba, it will be the most strongest, powerful compressor that you use, but later on when you get used to it, it will be the best compressor. So this one currently is using a Panasonic. We have some pipes from the cold air going up to the top. The cold gas cools the pan down. Similarly, we have 1, 2, a few solenoid switches, electromagnetic switches that switch the hot air up there. So we have a double system, cold air, hot air, and we can switch between it. And how do we switch? Using the defrost pedal or the defrost button. Pedal is usually optional, but we do use the pedal because it's more easier to use whilst we're making the ice cream. Now let's make an ice cream using the defrost button. Here we go. Once again, we know the rule, people. We break it before chocolate, sweets, and remember the fruit ones that we're going to use. We're going to show you how to break them on the pan where. But right now, we just break it. Ready to go. It's nice to do it fine here. The finer it is, the better it is. Now, it's irrelevant what temperature the pan is. Defrost, defrost, tap, 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 tap. As long as I keep on tapping it, I'm going to control it. Now here we go, pour the mix on. Into the lump. As soon as I can feel that it's too hard, I can hit the defrost and let the ice cream will slowly begin to come off the pan. I'm going to use the whole area of the pan so that everywhere It's getting utilized. Get it all together. And I begin to spread it. Anywhere during the time of spreading it, I think that the ice cream is going too hard, I'll hit the defrost button. Right now the temperature is working out a decent temperature, I can feel it. I don't need to check no numbers. I can just feel that ice cream is still malleable, still soft, but it's okay. Now, if I keep on pressing the defrost button too much, it won't freeze. Currently, I feel that I've used it too much, so I'm gonna let the ice cream freeze down slightly. A nice neat box. Ready to go, and we're going to sauce it. We use bubblegum sauce for the bubblegum ice cream. And let's give the a bit more colour in there, strawberry and bubblegum, perfect. And remember the rolling pan, so we're going to roll it, and it's a pushing technique. It's not like that. The actual technique is you're pushing against the ice cream. Now pushing it, and there's the roll. Again, pressing into it. As soon as I feel that the ice cream is going very hard, I hit the defrost, so I can tap it. Here we go, look at that. Nice and easy, no energy used. Nice and easy, I can tap it more. Look at that, it gets easier. There we go, pressing into the ice cream against the pan. And there are the rolls. So we're going to come across to the other pan now, and we're going to show you, without using the defrost, what happens and what kind of problems you create and how much the defrost helps. And that'll be the end of this week's episode, and hopefully in the next episode we're going to talk about the different mixes, the different types of machines, or maybe we might talk about that's perfection. Now along here, and here we go, we're going to the machine, a bit of traction, clean off the ice, break the plate first, finally if possible, and on again with the ice cream mix. And this time, we're not going to use the defrost. And straight away I can feel it harder to press. Start using a bit of energy. The ice cream is going very hard as well. Bring to the top corner. Here we go with our special box. Remember, we here at Iceman were the originators of this box. No one made this box for ice cream before us. We actually designed it. We actually thought it up to get consistent rolls, make it look more professional and more skillful. So it's entirely up to you if you make a box like this. But I believe that the best method to make ice cream and more consistent rolls is making this square box that we made. It also looks neater and more professional. And yes, we are the first in the world to design this box right here at Iceman TV at Iceman in Bradford. So clean up at the end, make sure there's no ice cream on your scrapers. We're going to put some bubblegum sauce on it. And as we said, we might add some strawberries to make it look nice and tasty. And what I'm going to do, people, and you'll have a little wipe down, because that, without the defrost, is using quite a lot of energy. You can break a sweat regular. So now we're going to let it go slightly more harder, and the ice cream you can see is hard. And it's not soft, but because we are defrost now, it's using a lot more energy, a lot more pressure. Again, let's go for it. Again, very hard. The longer I leave it a bit longer, it just gets harder. So you want to be moving fast, but the amount of energy being used now is far more than what I was using before. I'm having to push with most of my force. And now it's getting really hard. Whew. And also the problem with this is the ice cream will be so hard, you know, it's not the same texture, not the same softness. So you want to be working at a speed where the temperature of the ice cream is nice and soft and There you go, look, it's starting to cause you problems. There. That was hard work, people. And hopefully see you next week we're going through the health and safety of the machine. And to this week, the defrost button, I hope it's been very handy for you. So remember, you control the temperature of the pan using the defrost. No fancy dials, no fancy mechanism. Simply just hit the defrost, hit it regular when you're a beginner. As you get more professional, you stop using it. And bit of sauce on top. Thank you very much for iSpan TV.